Hello everybody. Welcome back to Getting Artsy with Cindy. We are live here we've got 1 minute to go. So I'm going to make sure we are on. And let's refresh. Okay. Let me know if you are here. Okay, Harriet's there. Hi. Awesome. All right, we'll start here in a second officially. Sandy's back. Good evening. All right. So, funny story for you guys. Well, first, I'm just going to double check. Hello. See if I can see the Facebook too. I'm going to be watching primarily the comments from YouTube. So, all right. So, we kind of a funny story. So, first, when I am, hello. When I do our, last week, we had our Artsy Clubhouse workshop, and it was at 6 p.m. last week. So many of you are hopping on. Great. Some of you were on earlier today. So I have this awesome new gal that started with me, and I said, go ahead and get the links sent out for tonight's live with you guys. And so it was probably about 5 minutes after 6, or I don't know, maybe even 10 minutes after 6. I'm not sure. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's 6 o'clock. You're supposed to be live. And it's like, oh no, don't worry. We don't go live until 7:30. And she was like, her eyes just got really big. And she's like, she sent out the link for 6 o'clock. So that's why some of you hopped on at 6. And I was like, oh no, we don't go until 7:30. So instead of trying to hustle and jump on with you guys at that point, I didn't have everything totally right in front of me. And I know some of our regulars know that it's at 7:30. So that's why we resent out the link. So hopefully those of you that were on earlier today were able to go get a bite to eat and come back and join us tonight. So we will have this recorded so you can come back. So again, just, made for a little excitement here on Monday night. So now we're here to officially start our Getting Artsy with Cindy. I mentioned that last week I did a workshop for the Artsy Clubhouse. The Artsy Clubhouse is the Stamp of the Month Club. We started it a little over a year ago. It's been really great. This is the last stamp set that we just shipped out. The club members get the stamp at a discount, Stamp and Die. They get it earlier. But what's cool about the Clubhouse is they get a whole workshop, a virtual workshop, after everybody has their set, and there's an instruction sheet, and I teach you fun folds and coloring tips. Hello, many of you are jumping back on. Again, thanks for coming back. I know some of you are here at the 6 o'clock slot. So again, sorry for the confusion that it was set up incorrectly. So anyway, glad you guys could hop back on. Like I was saying, this was the set that was shipped out for the Artsy Clubhouse last time. So now it is available to all of you, and I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and do a card with this set tonight. And at the end, I'll show you what we did in the Artsy Clubhouse in the workshop. It gives you an idea of the kind of class that I do in the Clubhouse. So again, if you enjoy this and you want more, the Stamp of the Month Club is a great way to get even a class out of it every month. So let's go ahead and jump in. So what we're doing for tonight is I'm also going to show you the Impossible Fold die. So I've done this, demoed this in the past, but I really wanted to do something with this die and this stamp for today's card. So we're going to do that. So let's turn this around and jump right in. So many of you also know when I design paper, I design stamps and dies to go with it. What was cool about this go around, this collection, I have a number of the stamps in this collection are also part of the Artsy Clubhouse, which is kind of cool. So the lemon stamp matches this lemon twist paper, and it's all out of the Coastal Getaway collection. This collection's all in the What's New section, so you can see all of it at once. But again, so the die that cuts these lemons out is also going to cut this out. I'm going to show you that tonight. So just a little sneak peek, and I love this. We use that. This is also in the collection. We won't use that in this card today, but I think it's a fun one. Love the stripe. There's the floral. This is all part of this collection. And this one, this is also the stamp set for this. I don't know if I have it right in front of me. This was also one of the Stamp of the Month club, the Artsy Clubhouse sets. Matched this. And then Santorini and the boat are two different stamp sets. I love the words in the back of this. We're going to use that paper today too. And then another one of my favorites, Ciao Bella. This is, this one's not in the club, but it's a very fun stamp set as well. So here's the car, and here's the car, and all these elements cut both. And I am not a pink person, but I think this turned out beautiful. I love the way this pink turned out. So let's jump in. And I'm going to go ahead and die cut a few things and color a few things, and then we'll jump into making a couple cards. So let's go ahead and color first. I colored one of the lemons. Let me zoom in. Okay, there we go. So I'm using our Olo markers, and these are some of the colors we're using, just so if you want to see them. So I just wanted to just show you a little bit of how to color the lemons. I'm going to take the darkest color, this is 013, and go right along the edge. And on the lemons I'm doing it kind of where I gave you those little dots, that's the shadow, so my light source is coming in from this direction. And you can get these on our website, the Olo markers, Y2.3. I'm just going to go all the way from the outside and work in from both sides. And then the lightest one is Y1.2. So it gives a nice variation there. And you can always go back in and blend it some more if you feel like you want to. So you can just keep kind of going back and forth to get that shading. This is kind of speed coloring. Okay, so there's your lemon. Let's see. This is G04, and I'm just going to brush a little of the dark in the middle of the leaves. And then G01. Blend that out. So this is just kind of these really easy techniques because I want everybody to be able to get to feel like they can color. Now there's going to be advanced coloring tips, you know, you can always do a lot more if you want to take more time. My tips are just kind of for the beginner. Blend it out. Easy peasy. All right. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the blue, leave some white in there. Green. There you go. And I'm going to call that one done. So very easy. Now for this, I'm going to just use my lightest green for the leaves in here. And then my yellow. Let's do I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow in here and around the outside. All right, now this is my lightest yellow. I'm going to put some yellow over this. And I'm going to cover that green. So you kind of have the yellow flowing over your green. And then if you take a light blue, I'm going to go right over the top of this in a line that kind of is a little glare. Then it's going to look like glass. So let me bring that up to you. So see, by just going over with it just like this kind of a stripe down there, it kind of creates the look of glass. So that's kind of simple. You can always add some color on the straw as well. What color do you want to do the straw? There we go. All right, that's little quickie tips on coloring. Let's go ahead and die cut some of these out. And I went ahead and stamped some of the words. Now what's kind of neat about this set, I have everything pulled off of here. One of the words, sentiments, I used a die that's going to cut right up to the word, "You make life sweeter." Then I had these straight sentiments, and so I went ahead and just gave you some simple borders dies. Then you can use those for anything else. And I cut extra because we'll layer those up to make them more kind of like chipboard. So let's go ahead and die cut some of these things. And we've got, die cut this at the same time. So the paper, I cut a little piece of the paper out and just laid that over, used the washi tape to lay it over that. So we can cut that out at the same time. And here's, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So again, we're going to layer these up so they are a little sturdier, which I kind of like doing. You could do 3 or 4 layers and make them even thicker, or you could just use foam tape, but I like kind of layering them up like that. So I'll not worry about those right now. Here's one. Seeing that cut out really nice right out of the paper. And then here's some more paper that I've gone ahead and put the dies on here. This little glass is actually from the Chowbellas, or no, the beach. It's from the beach one. This is Beach Life. All coordinates here. Here's the glass. A little lemon spritzer or margarita. Okay. All right. So, look at that. It's making me thirsty. It's a great time of year to pull out the lemonade. Got all these fun pieces. The bow, I could pull out the bow, but I won't do it right now. But the bow is in the Ciao set. So I'm not going to throw this little scrap away because I could still get a couple more images out of here. Okay. And then let's go ahead and cut up these while we have our pieces out. We're going to make 2 cards. So I always just use a little piece of washi tape on here. This even cuts out inside that little handle, which is nice. Ah. All right. I think we're going to have all of our pieces ready to go. Lots of fun pieces. So it's kind of fun to just get everything out at once, get all your coloring, all your die cutting done, and then we'll figure out where to start. Okay, let's put these to the side. And start with one of our cards. All right, so this is the Impossible Fold die, and it has tons of pieces, like lots of different layers that are included in this die. I think we're zoomed in now too much. All right, that's a little better. All right, so the die gives you the cut lines here, and then a score line right in the middle. So we can do this a couple ways. What I like to do is hold it in one corner. This actually, the instructions on the back. Okay, let me, wait, does this one have? Show you the instructions. Got all these extra pieces. See, when I cut pieces out, I just throw them in here. All right, see, you got A, B, C, and then it shows you how to twist it. Drop the piece. Okay, so I'm going to take it, and if you do it this way and you flip it, this shows you to take it and flip it around. So you're going to take it and flip it around and set it on your table, and then just make sure you have this kind of lined up nice, and then you're going to fold it back on itself like this. Okay, so you can flip it like this, or you can flip it like this. So either way, you're just twisting it. Okay, so the first card, I'm going to do it both ways and then show you what to do, how you can do it, decorate it differently. So this one, the fat side is on the left. This one, I'm going to do the opposite. And actually, let's do this one. I cut this out when you see this little border here, so that's not great. That's all right. Just pretend it's not there. We'll cover it up. Okay, so you see the difference? It doesn't matter which way you do it because we have the pieces to decorate both sides. So the first one, like this, you have a die in there that is like this little L-shaped piece. So for this one, we're going to glue these on here. If you had flipped them this way, it doesn't match, right? So that's okay, because we're going to do it differently for that one. So for this one, we've got these pieces and it works perfect. So let's go ahead and glue these on. So Carol, you were asking if this was the next club set. This one shipped out. You should have received this set. This was the May set. The June set, we always ship out on the 10th, but we have run into a few shipping issues where we get our dies. So we might be about 5 days late, and we will let you know as soon as we find out. But I can't show you that one yet, but it's going to be cute. I think you're going to really like it. Okay, so we have just now decorated the base of this. This also comes with a big rectangle die, so I'm going to put this down here. So when I attach this, you don't put glue behind the part in the middle. You only want the glue all the way on the edges. So this piece really helps you it helps you not let the card fall back like in its original position. So it's kind of the goal for this, is it helps you to stay flat. I'm going to flatten this out. Kind of locks it into position. So now it can't flip back around. Okay, so when you mail this card, it just lays flat like that. When they open it out of the envelope, this piece will stand up. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we've got all these fun things. There is a banner. There's a banner in here for this piece that I could put a banner all the way across, but I didn't want to cover up all my stripes, and I had a scrap piece of paper that wasn't quite long enough, so I just cut it out twice out of this because we're going to make short banners. Don't need that, and this one. Because I wanted to make a short banner, and then we're going to cover part of that up. And let's find all of our pieces. Okay. All right. This one. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this, and then this is going to fit right on there. So I want a little bit more showing. Let's go ahead and glue this first one down. So the Stamp of the Month Club, you can do stamp only or stamp and die. You can choose, and on our website, you can go, there's a, it kind of spells everything out that you get. You get so much stuff in your Stamp of the Month Club. So anybody I know a few of you are watching, a few of you are on here that are in the club, let Felicia know what you think about the club. You can do month by month, or you can do 6 months, or you can do a year. So the price changes if you get a discount, even a bigger discount, if you do it for like the year in advance. So we're going to attach this like that. So let's go ahead and glue this on. You also get a code for 10% off anytime you shop Dare to Be Artsy, which is also great. All right. These little pieces are in this die as well. So I think we'll pop this up. We have within the group, there's a private Facebook group, and everybody shares what they make. And the more you share, the more opportunities you have to win a free set. If your name goes in the hat if you share with everybody. So that's kind of another fun benefit. Okay, so I'm going to put this right there. I'm going to attach that. Also in the Facebook group, we have an album for every stamp set. You can go back and look at what everybody else has posted, so you can always go back and get ideas. Now so what I did is instead of just like perfectly straight, you could do that. I'm kind of not a straight person. I like things wonky. So I did the words straight out of this paper, but I die cut it at an angle. So my words are going to be straight, but the ovals, what's sideways or kind of angled, which I think is fun. Okay, then I thought it would be fun to add this. Let's see. Yes, we're going to put that there. Let's see what else we're going to do. For it to fit in an A2 size envelope, I'm not going to attach this here because it would extend. Now I do have some cards that I did that with, then I just put it in a bigger envelope. But instead of that, I'm going to put this here. I like this little die. I use this, I pull it out for other cards too because I love the little scallopy edge to it. All of these pieces are in that die set. Okay. All right, then this one. So the images I'm using for this today on this card are the ones cut right out of the paper. So we've got this, and we've got this cute little flower I thought we could tuck in there. And then we're going to put some words on here. So I think I want to use, I'm trying to remember what ones I'm going to use on the other one. Let's go ahead and layer these up and then we can cut them down. When life gives you lemons. Yeah, let's do this. All right. So there's two pieces here. This one's blank. Has the words on it. And I don't have to do this, but I just like making it a little bit chunkier. There we go. When life gives you lemons. I'm here with a pitcher, or add sugar and stir. I think I'm going to use the pitcher because it's Monday and a margarita sounds really good right now. Mondays are crazy days. Okay. I will be here late tonight though because I am working on the new Christmas line. So this is going to be cute. I'm here with a picture. So we'll probably angle this. You could put this on the back side, but I think I'm going to do them so they're both on the front. So let's go ahead and glue this on. Now I can let it hang off that side. I just am not going to hang it off the top if I'm going to fit it in a different envelope. Okay. And here we go. I may not put the flower there because I don't think it needs it. Let's just do this, but I'm going to pop this up. I love popping things up. It's going to hang over the edge a little bit, so just keep that in mind when you're adding stuff. I'm going to put the foam tape just down here. That's going to work. Okay. All right. And here we go. Now, when this stands up, don't overlap this too low because you don't want it to be in the way. So that's going to stand up like that. Cute. And then we can put this one down here. But, so here's your card, and you're like, well, where are you going to put your sentiment? Well, you flip it around, and we're going to put our sentiment right on here. So I cut out another piece. So you can fill that, you know, you can write on it first. You might want to write on it before you attach it here. But I'm not going to worry about that because I don't know where this is going yet. Okay. And then this is out of this paper, which I think is really cute. There's more of it. It's on the back of the lemon paper. Let's see. Let me see the whole thing. So look at the back of this. Isn't this great? But this one, I liked the fact that this had a little lemon on it already. So this is actually cut right out of the front. I just fussy cut that one out. But you could literally just cut these apart and use these everywhere. And let's go ahead and pop this one up. So Harriet's asking for a sneak peek of the Christmas paper. I cannot give you a peek yet. There's not enough of it done. I was here so late this weekend, but it's not close enough. I will end up giving you guys a sneak peek when I'm closer, which hopefully is later this week. Okay, look how cute that is, just popped up there. So there's where your sentiment can go. You can add another little fun thing here if you want, just to decorate the back side, which of course, why not? Let's put our little flower here. Okay. We're just going to do it right like that. Just really simple. You could put a bar across, but you don't have to. And look how cute that is. All right, let's do another one because I wanted to show you how we do it different. Remember, the last one was like this. This one I'm going to flip like this. So with this one, those L-shaped pieces are not going to fit on there, right? That's okay because this has also the pieces to decorate the side without that. It gives you a rectangle and a little bar, a little piece here. So we have these pieces to decorate this. So we can kind of play with those. We can, and this one will end up going here. And this one can go there. And then we have, instead of doing a bar across the whole thing, we can, this has, this has the big piece and the little piece, but I'm going to just use this and probably, I think I actually want to make a skinny layer on here because, yeah, I kind of want to make this one shorter too. All right, so to do that, I'm going to cut this apart. I'm going to layer this on here, and then I just wanted to, I didn't want a big fat one, so move this up. And I'm going to make this shorter. Let's take our paper cutter. Okay. That's not thin enough. Let me trim it off a little bit more. If I had my guillotine cutter here, it would be a little bit easier. I could have measured, but I didn't feel like it. Okay, I'm going to just go right up the center, then go from the outside in, outside in, right up to the center, outside in, in. So here, now I have just created a shorter banner. So let's go ahead and glue these down. Okay, so we can do lemons over here and the drink up here. We'll do it here. If I put it up here, when I turn the card around, the drink will be upside down. So I'm going to do the drink down here. So it was kind of fun to just look at that paper and find all these little pieces I wanted to highlight and cut around them. And then this can go here. And I don't want to cover too much of that little drink. So I'm just going to go right on the edge. And then this side. So make sure when this is laying down, it's straight. There we go. Okay. Let's turn this around and put these people again. Pretend I didn't cut my paper out of the edge. So that little piece shows. I can, you know what we can do? Something fun. This is on the back of this paper. So, I want that on top. No, I think I'm going to put this down first. Always multiple ways to do something. But you can see how those little pieces decorate this even though I flipped it differently. And I did not put that on straight. That's okay. That's what happens when you're trying to go fast. There, now nobody can tell that I used the wrong paper. Kind of like that stripe. Snip. All right, and then for the back of this, we're going to, we've got a front and back here. So for this one, we're going to use this on the back. I might want, let's see, we can do this. Kind of makes it look like a plate. And then what do we want to do on here? I think we're going to do this. And then I don't even want to cover that up, really. You make life sweeter. We could add that to there. Let's do that. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this up, again, just so it stands out a little bit more. Just centered on that. I'm going to make that a little bit wonky. So it almost kind of looks like a plate. As if you're having a picnic. Simple. We do have all these other little pieces. So on the back of this, I used my white already. Wait, there's another white. So on the back of this, we can just add another spot for a sentiment. That's kind of a small little piece. So I could find a bigger white scrap, but we will just use this one for a little one back here. This is for that somebody you don't know what to, you don't really know what to say, so it's just short and sweet. So a very short little message here. You can, this is another idea though, you could attach the whole base to another card, and then you can write stuff here or have it open up, but I kind of like it leaving it like this. So again, just short little message, and here's your other card. You have all these other little pieces that you can add later. And then let me show you some other examples that are really fun with this Impossible Fold die. And this is from Kendra on our design team. Isn't that cute? And then this cute one is from Avra. So easily could, you could add more to the back. But I love all these extra little pieces, little images there. And just another Christmas one. So you could do, I mean, these are just really fun, and it's fun to pull out and sit up on a table or something. All right, I was telling you about the club set. So again, the lemon was a club one. We just finished doing our workshop for the club on Thursday. These are the cards that we made, and when you're in the club, you get the instruction sheets for these. It's a fun little pop-up. Always put something on the inside. I think that adds. This little piece holds this up. It's popped up, so it's a little easel card. So we did that one. This one, another cute one. Opens up like that. I love fun folds, so in the clubhouse we're always, at least one of the cards is going to be a fun fold, so we did this one. And then this is an interlocking card, and we have the instructions for that in the club too, which is cool. And it opens up like this. So all kinds of fun stuff. I love this lemon set. I love the papers. I hope you guys do too. So let me know if you have any questions. Let's see, anything. I'll go through and just read everything too, just so I don't miss something. But that is our card for today. Let me just flip this back around. I know I can't see you, but I feel like when I flip it around, I at least I feel like I'm talking right to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And sorry again about the time difference that happened earlier today. I'm glad you guys popped back on, and I will check your messages and see if you guys have any other questions. So you guys have a great week. I will be back next Monday. I'm not sure exactly what we'll be doing next week, but I have to have the new Christmas line designed this week. So probably next Monday I'll be sharing a little sneak peek at what is coming out next. All right, that's it. You guys find some time to yourselves to get artsy.